write or call the leaders of Congress, both Democrats and Republicans, and demand action.
Now at 5, Mayor Hogsett fed up with the lack of federal help fighting the pandemic. Now he wants you to help hold lawmakers accountable.
Also tonight, an important change for students in Marion County when the county health department says they can now return to in-person learning.
I gotta tell you, I was feeling really down until I started this.
Turning grief into joy at a time when we could all use a little extra sunshine in our days.
From the station working for you, this is WRTV News at 5, streaming now.
A frustrated Mayor Joe Hogsett says we need more federal help to fight the pandemic, and we need it right now. Thanks for joining us here at 5. I'm Mark Mullins.
And I'm Amanda Starrentino. Mayor Hogsett and Public Health Director Dr. Virginia Kane today provided a disturbing snapshot of the pandemic's grip on Marion County. For Mayor Hogsett, the bottom line is clear. He says Marion County is straining under the weight of rising COVID-19 cases, with hospitals swamped, families struggling, and businesses continuing to close. The mayor is calling on Congress to quickly approve more funding to help ease some of the burden. He says funds distributed earlier this year helped provide food, rent, and work relief, but those funds will be gone in 3 weeks. He says lawmakers are being dangerously slow in their response.
The gridlock and the resulting inaction from Washington has run the gamut. Initially inconvenient, it quickly became baffling, then frustrating, and then and now unconscionable. I am left with no other way to describe it other than deadly.
Dr. Virginia Kane painted a stark picture with some dismal numbers. She says Marion County had a less than 5% positivity rate for 2 weeks in September, but as of December 5th, we were at 14.6%. She says the 7-day average of new cases is 939 per day, meaning Marion County has tripled the number of cases since the beginning of November to December 5th.
Dr. Kane also provided an important update on in-person learning in Marion County schools. She says students in 1st through 12th grades can return to the classroom on January 4th. That's a change from the order from last month that said January 15th. In order to return to school, the following requirements must be met. Students and staff must be able to social distance. Students in grades 3 and above and all staff members must wear masks. Parents, students, and teachers are recommended to avoid non-essential travel and contact outside of their household 10 days before they return to school. Well, IPS just released a statement that says they do not anticipate shifting back to in-person learning on January 4th at this time. They will assess the data and conditions during winter break to determine if it's safe to return to in-person learning before the already scheduled January 19th date. More districts are also starting to weigh in. You want to look for a complete list at our website, WRTV.com.
Now to today's numbers and the statewide coronavirus picture. The health department reports 96 more Hoosiers have died with COVID. Those deaths occurred between December 1st and yesterday. The statewide total tops 6,300. The state also reports another 6,600 positive cases of coronavirus. Those were reported between October 29th and yesterday.
A big meeting is underway right now in the race for a COVID-19 vaccine. The FDA will vote on whether to authorize Pfizer's vaccine for emergency use here in the U.S. And it's not a moment too soon, with the country marking its deadliest week since the pandemic began. More than 15,000 fatalities over the past 7 days. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest tonight.
They're boxed up and out for delivery. Crucial vaccine kits now being sent all over the country. They're necessary to administer the Pfizer vaccine if it gets the green light from the FDA.
Today we will be considering.
All day, an FDA panel of medical experts have been firing off questions.
What is the monitoring process going forward from this point with regard to manufacturing process?
FDA continues to engage with the vaccine manufacturer concerning manufacturing quality and control.
And discussing findings on the vaccine before the agency votes on whether to authorize it for emergency use. Research shows the vaccine is 95% effective.
We can act quickly, and we intend to. We understand the urgency of the situation.
2.9 million doses will be sent out across the country within just 24 hours of authorization. States have been doing test runs with mock vials in ultra-cold freezers to make sure they're ready to distribute immediately.
We really want to treat this vaccine as the liquid gold that it is, because it's really the only tool that we have right now in our toolbox to cure this disease.
A pivotal moment in the fight against COVID-19. Wednesday was the deadliest since the pandemic began 9 months ago, with 3,124 Americans succumbing to the virus. That death toll surpassing that of the 9/11 attacks.
Officials say widespread vaccination to help curb the rising number of cases may not happen until spring of next year, so it is important to keep following safety precautions like social distancing, washing your hands, and wearing a mask. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
A limited number of vaccines is expected to arrive in Indiana next week, according to the state health department. Initial doses will go to 5 pilot hospitals around the state. IU Methodist is one of them. Additional doses are expected to be available at a total of 50 hospitals by the end of the week. Initially, the state is expected to receive 55,575 doses. The health department says the group that will first receive the vaccine includes hospital and long-term care facility staff, for a total of 400,000 Hoosiers. The vaccination of that group plus residents of long-term care facilities will continue into January. After that group, the state is using guidance from national experts and the CDC to determine who the vaccine will be available to next.
Some people are concerned about getting the vaccine, but one doctor at IU Methodist Hospital shared his thoughts and encouragement for others.
Personally, I cannot roll up my sleeve fast enough to get this vaccination, and I guess I would urge the community, when it's that time, to do the same. You may save at least one life, if not more.
Now, we know a lot of you have questions about vaccines, so we've compiled a wealth of information for you to check out on our website at WRTV.com. It includes information about whether employers can require you to get vaccinated, when parents can expect kids to get the vaccine, and also the state's vaccination plan. It's all right there when you go to WRTV.com.
One other coronavirus note, the top lawmaker in the Indiana House is in quarantine after testing positive for COVID-19. Republican House Speaker Todd Houston of Fishers received his test results Wednesday and is quarantining at home. His office says he has mild symptoms and has not been at the State House within the past week or had recent contact with other legislators or staff. The legislature is expected to begin the 2021 session on January 4th. For many Hoosiers, the next few weeks come with a feeling not often associated with the holiday season: loss. A woman in Noblesville is turning her grief into joy for others. Our ALYSSA Donovan explains.
Here at the Riverwalk Village Senior Living Facility, every single room has a window, and one local woman saw this as an opportunity to bring a little holiday joy to all of the residents who are stuck living inside.
She went downhill pretty rapidly in about a week's time.
After years of dementia and health issues, Mary Sutherland passed away in October at 88 years old. She spent her last weeks at home, but before that, she was staying here at Riverwalk Village, a place daughter Libby Sutherland has now taken under her wing.
Isn't that the sweetest thing?
Sutherland's dining room is piled high with wreaths, ornaments, Merry Christmas signs, pillows, and tons of lights. Last week, she posted on Facebook and a few community groups her plan to drop off decorations for residents at Riverwalk Village and to string some Christmas lights outside for them to see.
It is always my way of coping. I have to throw in and do something. And I was like, I need something, and it's almost Christmas, and I need something Christmas. I need a made-for-TV Christmas movie type of miracle.
Experts say this is one of the best ways for people who are experiencing loss this holiday season to honor that person.
One of the ways we honor our grief is by honoring that person with rituals or doing things that they would have liked us to do, or giving in a way that that person gave to us.
And while Sutherland may not have her mom with her this Christmas, she's happy to adopt the 96 other residents in the nursing home and bring them some holiday joy. I'm ALYSSA Donovan, WRTV.
Sutherland is still collecting some items planned to be gifted to residents, like non-skid socks and pajamas. If you would like to help in any way, go to our website, WRTV.com, and click on this story.
With many seniors sequestered in their rooms at long-term care facilities, here's another heartwarming effort to keep their spirits up. It's an online buddy program connecting isolated seniors to volunteers via Zoom. Nonprofit Seniors with Skills taps volunteers across the country to give the seniors a chance to interact from a safe distance. Volunteers not only chat with the seniors, but they help them learn how to use iPads, computers, and other technology. If you would like to become a volunteer and give a senior a boost, we've got a link to the Seniors with Skills online buddy program at WRTV.com. Still ahead here on WRTV, the need is greater than ever to step up and fill in for teachers. How you help fill the classroom gaps brought on by the pandemic.
Also still ahead, a letter to Santa by a girl who says she should not get presents. How that letter got into the right hands and is helping her feel joy again.
And what a day, what a December day. There are changes on the way, includes rain for Saturday. We'll talk about that, how much to expect coming up.
Unemployment claims are on the rise again. The Department of Labor says more than 26,000 Hoosiers applied for unemployment for the first time last week. That's up from just over 20,000 the week before. The number of claims were also up nationwide last week, with more than 850,000 Americans filing claims for jobless benefits. Hiring Hoosiers works to get you back into the workforce and connect you with career opportunities like substitute teaching, for example.
And as our Lauren Casey reports, with the pandemic impacting our schools, more teachers are needed in the classroom. We also want to note that the in-classroom video you'll see in this story was shot prior to the pandemic.
The days are gone when the substitute teacher used to come in and sit at the desk and read a book and a newspaper, and the kids would have a packet of work to keep them busy. That's not the case anymore.
Josephine Brewington is passionate about the kids in Beech Grove City schools. She walks in the doors when they have in-person classes, ready to go where help is needed. And she takes with her 10 years of experience as a substitute teacher.
So you're a permanent sub in the building, if you will. Can you kind of talk to me about what that means and what that job entails?
So as a permanent sub, I just know that I'm going to get to work every day. So someone who doesn't have a job right now, it's a great opportunity for them. Also the pay. The pay has been wonderful right now. I have schools that I've seen listed that are paying double what they started paying when I started.
When she started, her husband had just retired. Brewington was looking for a new career with flexibility for time off for traveling, one where she could make an impact.
They need substitutes so bad that when I started, it was never a day or two. It was always every day the school was open, I was subbing. And I love it.
And now in this pandemic, many schools are forced to switch to virtual if they can't fill these roles. Brad Beckner with Kelly Education, a company that provides instructional support to classrooms across the country, says many are answering this call to serve our youth.
We're seeing a renewed interest. Our heroes are coming in to assist. We're seeing individuals that are in a job search that are taking opportunities of substitute teaching. One of the nice things about being a substitute teacher is that it can be at your schedule.
Kelly Education works to recruit Hoosiers to this profession and connect substitutes to school districts. He says many in the service industry or other professions who lost jobs due to COVID-19 can find full-time work right now during their temporary layoffs.
This is a noble profession. This is so very important and critical to the education of our youth.
Even if you don't have any teaching background, those lifetime experiences help you in the classroom with the kids.
And in our schools, safety is a #1 priority.
Retirees, I know with the pandemic, they're worried. They are worried about coming in and getting sick. We have our masks that we have to put on every single day. The kids are wonderful. We have our hand sanitizer. We're cleaning. Kids are washing their hands. We're trying to be so safe because teachers don't want to get sick.
Working for you, Lauren Casey, WRTV.
To become a substitute teacher, you do need at least 60 credit hours or an associate's degree, but it does not need to be in education. For more information on substitute teaching and other positions inside schools, visit hiringhoosiers.com.
More Hiring Hoosiers news now. Concrete company Irving Materials, Inc., or IMI, will be holding the first of several job fairs starting next week. They're looking to add about 100 additional drivers for the 2021 construction season. The first job fair will be a week from today, December 17th, at the Embassy Suites in Noblesville from 5 to 8 p.m. Starting pay is $22.65 an hour or higher based on experience. You must have a Class A or B CDL license. Additional job fairs will be held in January, February, and March. Time now for your Storm Team forecast, and we enjoyed a very mild day out there with plenty of sunshine. It was great to see so many people out and about and enjoying some fresh air. Kevin lets us know how long this will stay around. Hey, Kevin.
Mark, have you got 3 or 4 free minutes?
Yeah, let's do it. While you're talking.
Let's just watch the sunset. Yeah, it's 5:21 is when the sun sets. You always have free time when I'm on, unless I spontaneously ask you a question right in the middle of my show, so beware. All right, beautiful sunset. Mark alluded to the fact that we're living a December dream as far as the temperatures are concerned. We did, in Indianapolis, hit 60 degrees. That was not the warmest. 4 degrees warmer in Vigo County. Terre Haute managed 64 degrees. Temperatures will still be mild tomorrow because high pressure sits to the south and east. That's keeping us dry, giving us a southeast or southerly wind, and keeping our temperatures propped up. In the 50s now, 57 in Castleton, 57 in Plainfield. You look around, these temperatures, typically 40 degrees would be the average high this time of year. Other than some high, thin clouds, we'll call it mostly clear tonight. Still comfortable through 11 o'clock tonight. That's still at 11 o'clock tonight above what would be our average high temperature. During the day tomorrow, we'll see more clouds. Those clouds will start to increase by morning tomorrow. That helps keep temperatures from falling off too much. Here's your temperature progression. Mild the next 2 days, then much colder starting Sunday. Again, the milder it feels on Saturday, the colder it will feel on Sunday. Temperatures again tomorrow with more cloud cover, but holding off on any rain. Surge well into the 50s. I think in general 2 or 3 degrees cooler because of the cloud cover and its impact on the warming cycle. I jump to tomorrow night. This is late tomorrow night into Saturday. Look at that strong south wind as a storm system winds up to our west. That will deliver mild temperatures again Saturday, but also rain. Could see half an inch of rain or a little more, maybe a rumble of thunder, not expecting any severe weather, and then much colder for the second half of the weekend. Cooler really for the rest of the 7-day forecast. First 2 days in the 50s and 5 in a row where temperatures will be in the 30s. Looking for anything on the horizon. Wednesday, we may have a chance for some snow showers or light snow. Temperatures do climb above freezing. Keep our eye on that. Above average temperatures return as we get to the end of next week toward Christmas Eve. That's your break.
Thanks, Kevin. We'll take it from here. Still ahead here on the news at 5, a letter to Santa that will break your heart, written by a girl wrestling with grief. How you and one of Santa's helpers can help bring joy to her this Christmas.
This time of year, most letters to Santa are filled with dreams of a new toy, a gift of some kind. But one girl in Colorado penned a heartbreaking letter to Santa with this wish: please stop my sadness. She lost her father and grandmother in a fire over the summer. Addie Guajardo with our Scripps station in Denver introduces us to the Santa's helper who is helping ease her heartache. And get a pen and paper so you can jot down how you can help too.
On the corner of Harlan Way in Arvada, there's a magical sight filling hearts with hope.
It's just amazing.
A home Santa can't miss. It's where his biggest fan and helper lives.
Every night I send the letters off to Santa.
Every day new letters arrive, but one in particular, heavy with heartache, caught Amber's eye.
Santa, I've been suffering from depression and my anger issues have been bad lately. So what I'm trying to say is I shouldn't get presents, and can you please stop my sadness?
Santa sent his helper on a mission.
He said that needed to find her.
With the power of Facebook,
I'm 11 years old.
Amber tracked down Brooklyn, who penned that heartfelt Christmas wish.
I was sad. And that, like, I wanted my happiness back.
A fire ravaged her home and left her family in despair.
Our dad and our grandma passed away during the fire, but Brooklyn got out. Thanks to our amazing neighbor.
A survivor, filled with grief, but not alone.
My dad passed away in a house fire, and I just immediately wanted to protect her.
A guide for a little girl who feels lost in a world of pain.
I feel like whether it be my dad or Brooklyn's dad, that they brought us together.
Forming a new bond and a new wish list.
Brooklyn loves to do crafts, so she wants paint sets, watercolors.
The simple things that help paint a life full of love.
I would just want to wrap this year with a good note.
In addition to those new things on her wish list, Brooklyn is also asking for letters from the public to help bring joy back into her life. Since she lives in Colorado, you can't drop them off in person, but they can be mailed directly to the home where the mailbox is. The address is 7599 Harlan Way, Arvada, Colorado 80003. A COVID-19 vaccine could be in Indiana within days, and scammers are trying to trick you. All new at 6 p.m. WRTV Investigates shows you what to look out for so you are not cheated out of your hard-earned money. And still ahead on the news at 5:30, changing course but still preserving tradition, the new way hundreds of families will be getting holiday help.